Why post the photo? If you don't want the likes, the comments, the thirst, the simps, the haters, all of the above, don't post the photo. You post that, you're looking for all of the comments.
What happens when a WNBA player seems more focused on Instagram likes than layup drills? Just look at Angel Reese. Her latest move has left even some of her most loyal fans frustrated, so much so that she ended up doing the unexpected, stepping away from social media altogether. While Reese is capturing headlines for all the wrong reasons, posing on red carpets, speaking out about WNBA salaries, and now deleting her accounts, Caitlin Clark is quietly building her legacy. She's in the gym, breaking records, and staying locked in on her game. And despite the pressure, she still makes time for community and charity work. It's a stark contrast. Two rising stars, two very different approaches to success. While one courts controversy, the other commands respect. Even WNBA legend Sue Bird had something to say about this growing divide, and it's worth hearing. Let's break it all down.
It's really fun, rewarding, and also interesting to watch these younger athletes step into their professional careers. Obviously, Caitlin and Angel are two great examples.
You know what's wild? While one WNBA rookie is out here deleting her social media, another is out there deleting defenders from the stat sheet. It's a tale of two off-seasons, one filled with drama, the other with domination. Let's break it down.
Right, like so much earlier, these athletes are thinking about themselves as businesses, as brands. And it's amazing because they're carrying that with them to the WNBA, and so everything's just bigger.
First up, there's Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie, who lately seems more focused on the brand than the basketball. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks! Her latest headline grabber? Strutting in a mocha-toned animal print gown with a slit so high, it might have a better chance at blocking shots than she does right now. But here's the thing, that fashion moment didn't exactly land the way she hoped. Even some of her biggest supporters were left shaking their heads.
How can you wear that and also complain and post it and also complain that you don't like being sexualized? What is the take here?
You know, it's funny. I just did another show right before this one, and we talked about how this younger generation just wants to cry and be victims about everything, right?
Yep, you heard that right. Reese's Instagram vanished faster than her shot at being the WNBA's next breakout star. Why? Turns out her New Year's Eve outfit was a bit too bold for some fans, who didn't think it matched the image of a pro athlete. But don't worry, Reese supporters, she's still posting away on TikTok and Twitter. Because hey, gotta keep those priorities straight. Right?
I understand. You want to wear it. You feel great about it. You got a great body. You play in the WNBA, but you cannot cry. You cannot say anything. I mean, have you seen some of her TikTok posts? Like, she's literally held up an outline after getting waxed. You can literally see all of her business there outlined in blue wax. And I'm like, oh yes, please tell me how sexualized you are. I mean, what are you going to do?
Here's the thing. While Reese is busy lip-syncing to songs about how fabulous she is, her critics are singing a different tune. They say her social media's become more about fashion statements and personal branding than actual basketball. It's starting to feel less like a rising WNBA star and more like a Kardashian with a jersey, minus the reliable jump shot.
I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and to continue to get in the gym and work on that every single day.
Now let's flip the script and talk about Caitlin Clark, the one who's actually living up to the hype. Sure, she dabbles in off-court activities too, a bit of charity work here, a casual round of golf there, but more often than not, you'll find her where it matters most, on the court. Shocking, right? What if I told you Clark's off-season grind could leave even veteran pros out of breath? While some are perfecting their poses, Clark's perfecting her jump shot, with intense workouts, skill drills, and, believe it or not, actual basketball. Imagine that.
You got a new coach who's going to give you new looks, new game plans. You've got another year with Aaliyah Boston, likely Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull. And then you've got the moves that the Fever can make in the offseason, whether it be free agency or the draft, to bolster the roster.
Clark's not just fine-tuning her already deadly shooting, she's getting stronger, adding a mid-range floater, and sharpening her left-hand game. It's like she's laying the foundation for a basketball empire, brick by brick. Meanwhile, Reese seems to be stacking a house of cards made out of Instagram posts. But hey, maybe all she needs is a little guidance from a WNBA legend. Oh wait.
Now they're in that world. And so my only advice is usually just to make sure they keep basketball the main thing, because at the end of the day, that is your vehicle.
You know what's wild? While Angel Reese is out here trying to break the internet, Sue Bird just dropped a truth bomb that might break Reese's entire career. Yep, you heard that right. The WNBA legend stepped into the conversation, and she's not holding back. Let's be real, when Sue Bird talks, the whole league listens. And this time, her advice has people asking, is she trying to help Reese turn things around, or is she calling out a career already veering off course?
It's your vehicle to, Angel Reese has a podcast. It's her vehicle to be a podcaster, right? Whatever Caitlyn ends up doing, it's the vehicle to get you to that point. So you always want to make sure that part doesn't fall off.
Bird didn't drop any names, but let's be honest, she might as well have been looking directly at Angel Reese when she called out athletes prioritizing personal brands over on-court performance. She even mentioned LeBron James, highlighting how, despite his massive off-court empire, he never skips a workout. The message? Real greatness starts with the grind. It's like Bird is holding up a mirror to Reese and saying, see the difference? But her warning goes deeper than just a few missed gym sessions. She's talking about the big picture. The long game. The stuff that actually defines a pro career. In essence, Bird's message is crystal clear. Keep your focus on the ball, not the camera.
It's a balance. You have to find that balance. But when you look at some of the other athletes, particularly men, who've set a little bit of a blueprint in terms of the business and the sport, you never see LeBron miss a workout.
Oh, let's connect the dots. While Sue Bird is out here dropping pearls of wisdom, where's Angel Reese? Oh, just making red carpet appearances, hopping on podcast interviews, and venting about her salary. At this point, it's starting to feel less like she's chasing a WNBA legacy and more like she's auditioning for Real Housewives of the WNBA. Here's the thing, Bird isn't just talking to hear herself. There's a reason she's a legend, and it's not because of her follower count. She's seen firsthand what happens when players lose focus, careers get cut short, skills fade fast, and the spotlight moves on. Spoiler alert, it's a quick trip from rising star to remember when.
A lot of the videos we see with Caitlin Clark, she's got actual men, grown men out there in her face trying to keep her from making shots and this and that and the other. There's not a lot of hands in Angel Reese's face here. And I am confused by the fact that she's trying to become this long-range player, it looks like. This is... she plays under the basket, or we thought she was playing under the basket.
Guess what happens when you put media visibility ahead of your layup? Your layup ends up looking more like a TikTok clip than a WNBA highlight. And trust me, Reese's online blooper reel is proof of that. That's exactly what Bird's warning is about. But surely Reese is still focused on basketball, right? Well, when was the last time you saw an unedited training montage from the Bayou Barbie? Let's be clear, building your brand isn't a bad thing. But when your brand starts to overshadow your game, that's when the alarm bells should be ringing loud and clear. So, what about Caitlin Clark? What's she up to? We'll get there in a moment. You know what they say, when the big dogs start barking, you better listen. And right now, they are barking loud and clear at Angel Reese. It's not just Sue Bird sounding the alarm anymore. A whole chorus of critics has joined in, and spoiler alert, they are not exactly singing Reese's praises.
She's a rookie in the league whose team sucked, who asked out at the end of the season with an injury, who won't shut up about herself, who ran their best player out of town. The coach got fired, and she started a podcast 5 seconds into the thing, creating all this controversy, showing up there.
Let's start with Dave Portnoy, the Barstool Sports big boss. He's never been one to sugarcoat things, and he didn't hold back when it came to our favorite spotlight-chasing baller. Portnoy went off on what he called Reese's classless behavior. But what exactly set him off?
Your first-round draft pick had the season she had, the controversy she had, got injured in a questionable injury, asked out, and then started a podcast gossiping about everything in the league as a rookie? Please.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Caitlin's head down, just in the gym,
ready to
go.
Yeah.
You don't hear a peep from her. She cares about you got me wound up.
Here's the deal. Portnoy isn't buying what Reese is selling. He's tired of seeing her everywhere, except on the court. Those red carpet appearances, the non-stop social media posts, the constant look at me vibe. Portnoy's point is clear. Fans want to see ball as ball, not influence as influence. Basically, he's saying, hey Angel, how about focusing on your jump shot instead of your photo shoots? But wait, there's more. Just when you thought Reese might get a break, in walks Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq isn't just any critic, he's an LSU legend, Reese's mentor, and a guy who knows exactly how to balance on-court dominance with off-court fame. So when Shaq speaks, people listen. And what he said, yeah, it stings.
You know who you are? You're the female Antoine Jameson. You know who Antoine Jameson is? He got 20,000 points with his shot. Whatever your shot is. Like, everybody's shot ain't gonna be Steph Curry. Your shot is your shot.
For anyone not fluent in NBA history, that's definitely not a compliment. Jameson was talented, sure, but he never quite reached superstar status. Shark's basically saying Reese is all sizzle, no steak, a role player pretending to be a superstar. Now, with all this heat, you'd think Reese would be hitting the gym hard, proving the doubters wrong. But guess what? The only thing she seems to be working on is her social media game. Those heavily edited three-point shot videos? Yeah, they are not fooling anyone, Angel.
When she was literally the most inefficient player within 5 foot in all of the WNBA. Any which way you put it, she shot bad from the field. All right, she's 6'3" and she plays under the basket, and she shot 39.1% from the field.
Here's the thing, no one's saying Reese can't have a life outside of basketball. But when your off-court antics start stealing the spotlight from your on-court performance, that's when the problem starts. And right now, Reese has got a full-blown problem. Want to see what real dedication looks like? Caitlin Clark is about to show us all. While some players chase clout and red carpet moments, Clark is out there chasing greatness. And trust me, her off-season grind is no joke.
Just come out here and try to, play basketball in a way that people love watching, in a way that is going to make my team successful, and the records and whatever, or the stats, that's just what comes with.
Now, you might be thinking, is she really working that hard? Well, it's even more intense than you'd expect. Clark isn't just hitting the gym, she's turned it into her personal basketball lab. We're talking strength training that would make seasoned pros wince, shooting drills so relentless they could wear out a machine, and scrimmages that feel more like championship battles than practice. But here's where it gets really interesting. Clark isn't just putting in the hours, she's getting surgical with her skill development. She's zeroing in on specific parts of her game that will take her from great to absolutely unstoppable.
If you guys saw this workout has gotten a lot of people excited for Caitlin Clark because she is directly working on her weaknesses, which I think is a good look, honestly. I think that's a really, really good look for her because, again, when we're seeing somebody working on their weaknesses and not the glamorous weaknesses.
Let's break it down. First up, ball handling in tight spaces. Caitlin Clark's a magician with the ball, but last season she led the league in turnovers, mostly because her teammates had to adjust to her next-level passes. Facing constant double and triple teams, Clark's been sharpening her control under pressure to tackle this challenge head-on. Next, the mid-range game. Known for her deep threes and dominance at the rim, 62% shooting within 5 feet last season, her mid-range shot was a weakness opponents exploited. Now, she's added a reliable floater and pull-up jumper, making her even harder to guard. Finally, finishing through contact. The WNBA's physicality is intense, and Clark is building strength and simulating game-day contact to absorb hits and still finish strong at the rim. This isn't just maintenance, it's leveling up. Clark's targeting weaknesses with laser focus, becoming nearly unstoppable. Imagine a Clark who thrives against double teams, has a deadly mid-range game, and can power through contact. A true nightmare for defenders. And despite this grueling training, Clark still makes time for charity and connecting with fans, building her brand without sacrificing her game. Her social media shows the real grind, not just highlight reels, inspiring fans and growing the game's popularity. What does this mean for the WNBA? Clark's setting a new standard. You can build your brand and stay basketball first. Meanwhile, Angel Reese's offseason has been all about red carpets and media. At what cost? Longevity in the league isn't about Instagram followers, it's about showing up, working hard, and proving yourself on the court. 2025 is shaping up to be a showdown. Who has staying power, and who's just a flash? Can't wait to see how it plays out. Drop your predictions in the comments, like, subscribe, and hit notifications so you don't miss a thing.